Hello, friend. You are welcome to a new week. I trust you're already steering the year in the direction you plan for it to go. Remember, it takes intentional actions to achieve goals. That's the truth. But for now, let's dive into today's content, shall we? So, I once heard a story about a young trader who lost money on his very first big deal. This was not entirely the fault of the supplier, but an oversight of his business partner who did not pay attention to details of the order. Embarrassed and angry, he descended on the supplier and reeled off all manner of accusations that portrayed him as a fraudster. Well, he didn't even give the man the opportunity to explain what really happened. Instead, he went ahead, blocked him, cut off all contact with him, and then he told himself, never ever again. Well, 2 years later, when his business was on the verge of collapse, he desperately needed a rare connection. Someone who would move goods quickly, and then someone who would trust him without long explanations. So that's a rare connection. Guess who he was referred to? The very same supplier he had burned bridges with. But by then, the number he had was no longer going. Remember, he blocked him and then he cut off all contact. So there was no way to reach this supplier. In that moment, he suddenly realized that the loss wasn't just the money. It was the bridge, the connection he never thought he would ever need again. How sad. Has this happened to you? Use the comment section and let us hear your story. What did you do? Did you also block, cut, abuse? What did you do? Use the comment section. Now, the simple truth is this: life will disappoint you sometimes. People will disappoint you. Deals will fall through, and conversations will go wrong. And when they do, the easiest response tends to be to burn the bridge, to shut the door, to cut the contact, and tell yourself, you know what? I'm done. But here's the question that we rarely ask in those emotional moments: what if the bridge you're about to burn is the very connection that you'll need tomorrow? Because it happens. Not every unpleasant experience is meant to destroy you. Some are meant to simply instruct you. And the lesson is often more valuable than the pain that delivered it. Think about what I'm saying. Sometimes the value isn't very obvious, immediately. It may not be the person, the deal, or the situation. It may simply be the access, the exposure, or the contact that comes with it. I have learned over time that maturity is not about keeping people very close, but it's about knowing when to step back without burning everything down. Boundaries are healthy and wisdom is necessary. But emotional decisions can cost you future opportunities you didn't even know were connected to that person or that experience. See? So it's very important what we do, in the heat of emotions when you're very upset about a transaction. Stop and think. Okay? Now, I want you to think about this. How many doors in life open because of one unexpected introduction? How many big breaks come from relationships we once considered insignificant or even problematic? Some lessons are cheap, others are expensive, but both are still lessons. So when you treat each experience as a teacher instead of an enemy, you grow faster, you grow wiser, and you're more grounded. The next time you're tempted to cut someone off completely, I want you to pause, reflect, and then ask yourself, is this about protecting my peace? Or am I reaching or reacting from a place of pain? Is there a lesson here I need to learn before I walk away? Because sometimes the bridge you're standing on today, no matter how shaky it feels, may be the very path that leads you to where you're meant to be tomorrow. It's all about being aware and intentional in your everyday living. That's the truth. Someone pointed out that we have two ears and one mouth. Why? So that we can listen twice as much as we speak. How true. We learn more by pausing to actually listen intentionally than when we are speaking. And this is the more reason I talk a lot about being intentional. We would all be more productive in this life, generally, if we have this attribute. It's time to raise the bar. Learn how to lead yourself before trying to lead others or even lead circumstances. By the way, have you registered for the upcoming Intentional Self-Leadership webinar? kindly use the link in the description to do so and share with others. It is something that I know is loaded with value for you, especially in this year 2026. So till I come again with another wonderful content, I will say keep learning, keep growing, and keep being intentional to your success.